Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I'm so glad that you're here. And we are going to do a little floor stuff today. Something a little quieter, yet we're still going to be moving in our body, feeling that ecstasy flow. This is something for kind of a quieter practice. And one of my favorite ways to get down onto the floor is to do standing Yoga Nidra and to come down from there. And I love standing Yoga Nidra because when you're in standing Yoga Nidra, the heart is in the highest place and the head is lower than the heart. And so it's symbolic that we put our heart first. That on this path of yoga, that really the wisdom and the wealth of knowledge that is accessed in this incredible center here is, I would just venture to say, infinitely vaster than what is up here in just the head. Now the head is important. It's very important to follow through on commands and direction and to get us around on this planet. It's kind of the computer, but this is the heart. This is what programs the computer, and the computer in and of itself shouldn't be the captain. This is a captain, and we can tell when we listen to this energy center, this heart. We can feel, if we tune into this GPS, we can feel when it's open and it's expanded, it's a yes, and when it contracts and it's more of a no. And we want to honor that. And of course, there's times when we're stretching ourselves and we truly know in our heart this is what we want to do. It might be school, it may be a job we're heading towards, and it's hard. It gets hard sometimes, and there might feel like there's some contraction here because we're moving through challenges. However, if we stay true to the heart and we know that challenge is worth, because what the outcome is something that our heart truly wants, then we can know that that's okay. Following the heart doesn't necessarily mean it isn't going to take effort. And you won't be challenged. And there won't be days when you're wondering why it's so hard. But it is, what I have experienced, it is the path of ease and grace, but definitely effort. Definitely effort. And hard work. But not effort in a way of forcing, striving, pushing type. Hard work is okay. It's okay sometimes to work hard if our heart's guiding us to be in that direction. Enough said. We're going to clasp our hands behind us and we're going to hinge forward as the arms go up and let the head go all the way down. Let the hair go out and just shake that head out. And just taking a moment to really honor your heart. That heart center, that source of infinite wisdom and power. I would even call it the true self, the truer self, where we can access our being, sense into the being. And releasing the hands, bringing the hands down. And we're going to come up onto our knees. We're going to go into a camel, but we're going to, let's just rock back and forth a little bit. Let's actually move the hips a little. Just move them around. The greatest thing about yoga, exercise, keeping active and moving the body in different directions is some of that I've been a hospice volunteer and been in many nursing home facilities and care facilities, and one of the biggest problems is that people stop moving so much, And if we kept moving and stretching, our bodies would be different as we age, and we wouldn't have to be in wheelchairs. So we're going to tuck that tailbone under so we can open up that vertebrae. Put your hands on the small of the back, and then let's just come into a nice back bend and open the chest, the heart. Back bends are open-hearted, heart openers. And breathe. And if you want to challenge yourself a little further, you can bring your hands down to your heels, one heel at a time. And a nice back bend. And breathe. Always remembering to breathe. And one more breath. And coming up. Good job. And then we're going to move into a child's posture. And as I always tell all my students when we're in a child's posture, is to allow ourselves to move into that child energy. And that child energy is that energy of feeling safe, that energy of feeling carefree, playful, and alive, trusting, spontaneous, and really free. So we're going to go into our child's posture for a few moments, and I'm just going to invite you to go into that place inside you. Just let everything go, all the responsibilities of life go, and let's together go into this place of almost dependency, but trust and spontaneous and wonder and beauty and grace. We'll go into that child and innocence. And connect with that innocence within you. Connecting with the innocence within you. And gently coming up. We're going to bring those feet out in front of us. And let's just shake them out a little bit. Let's just shake them out, shake the hips out. Move them back and forth, move around a little bit. And just moving around is the best thing you can do for your body. And we're going to bring that left leg in, right leg is extended out. Feel that hinge at your hips. And then we're going to hinge forward. Now when you can't hinge anymore because these back leg muscles, these hamstrings are telling you that's good enough. And then round the back and let the head roll over. And if you want to grab the feet, massage the feet a little bit. And wherever you are in the posture is perfect. So you might not be able to come down as low as I am. That's okay. And I notice men's bodies with the muscles and the way they're built, often men are up here. That's about as far as they can go, sometimes up here. That's okay. You feel that back leg muscle saying that's enough. Let a little bit of tension on it. We don't want it loosey-goosey. We don't want to snap and tear the muscles, not forcing things. And then just let that spine round. So wherever you are in the posture is perfect. And breathe. Coming up, and we're going to switch legs. And again, find that hip where it hinges, hinging forward. Do you feel that nice, perfect amount of tension on that hamstring, that back leg muscle, and then round the spine and come into a nice forward fold. You can massage your feet if you'd like, and breathe. I'm engaging my Mula Bandha. You can engage that Mula Bandha if you like. And bring that prana, that life force into the body, engaging that Mula Bandha. Let's take one more deep breath. And coming all the way up. Good job. Let's bring those feet together. And let's rock back and forth. And just feel those sits bones just kind of rocking back and forth on the mat. Feels so nice. And then I'm going to do a little, so I'm not spreading my legs in front of you. I'm going to move and we're going to balance on that tailbone. I really like this balance. So we're going to do it. Grab our big toes, lifting those heels up above the mat a little bit. We're balancing and stretching those legs out. And breathe. Very good. Gauging the Mula Bandha, the perineum. One more breath. And if you ever come out of a posture, just gently bring yourself back in. We're not competing in this. This is about getting into your body and getting really settled and embodied in your body so that you can actually sit and be deeper in meditation, or so that you can be meditating while you're in your yoga. Because it's about feeling ecstatic within our own bodies, feeling comfortable in our own body. And so we're going to feel those sit bones right on the tailbone, lift those heels, lift the legs, arms come out into boat. Engage the Mula Bandha and breathe. And one more deep breath. And coming out. Good job, good job. All right, now we're going to do some spinal rocks, and that is just so good for our kidneys, for all the vertebrae up and down the spine, keeping that spine healthy, bringing that energy and some circulation into the spine. So you just put your hands underneath your knees here, and we're just going to rock back and forth, and I think I'm going to do it this way too, so I'm not mooning you while I'm on this practice. Oh, and just feeling how really wonderful that feels on your back. Just enjoying that feeling on your back. Feels so good. And then coming down onto your mat and taking a moment, we'll just swivel the hips a little bit. Just feeling that pelvis moving. Just bringing our energy into that pelvic bowl, letting all our awareness come into that pelvic bowl. We can lift one hip at a time and bring it up towards the ceiling, and just feeling how good that feels in our body to be moving those hips, bringing all your awareness to the hips. Really present in those hips. Maybe even make a few circles. Let's even do a little cat-cow on the floor. Just pressing the small of the back into the floor. We go into our cat, and then arching that back as we go into our cow. And just feeling a nice flexion and extension in the spine. Beautiful. Now we're going to go into two-legged table and then into bridge. So we're just going to go into our two-legged table, pushing our feet into the floor, lifting those hips halfway. Your table that lost two legs, and coming down nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Nice massage on the back. Coming all the way down. And then let's do one more two-legged table. It feels really good, this posture. I really like the way it feels. And then coming down one vertebrae at a time. Good job. And shaking out those hips one more time, moving the neck a little bit, just shaking that spine out a little bit. Feels so good for the spine. And letting the whole body get into it. Shaking the body is one of the greatest things we can do. We'll do a little more shaking. Let's do our bridge now. So we're going to push into the feet. We're going to arch that back. We're going to bring those shoulders underneath us, clasping the hands. Imagine the knees are holding a block in between them. So they're not spreading out like that. There's a little bit of
a little bit of effort to hold them there. And open, open heart and breathe. Breathe into the belly. Beautiful. Releasing the hands, releasing the shoulders, coming down one vertebrae at a time, really getting even more in your body, more present to the body. And let's do a little shaking out again. Shaking out. Let's shake out the legs. Shake them out one at a time, or you can do them both at the same time. Just do some shaking out. Always so good for the physical body just to shake out and just release any stuck or old energy that doesn't serve us anymore. Get it out of there. Good job. Let's bring those knees to the chest. Give those knees a nice hug. Rock back and forth from the small of that back. That feels so good. Just enjoying moving, stretching in your body. Playing in your body. Good job. Now we're going to go into half shoulder stand. So if you can't do half shoulder stand, it's just fine for you to just bring your legs straight up. That'll work just fine. But if you can come into half shoulder stand, we're going to lift those hips up. Grab them with your hands. Try to have the feet so they're right over your head. Adjust your neck so it's comfortable. And breathe. And if you want to hinge those legs over into a plow, you can do that. Super flexible. You can get your feet down on the ground. I have a hard time doing that. Be wherever you're at. And we're going to slowly release the hands and we're going to roll back down. And we're right ready for our happy baby. So grab those feet and let's kick around and just be that happy baby. This is one of my favorites. Just be that little baby playing in your body, so connected to the body. Feel the connection. Feel all the sensation. Can't do this one wrong. Just enjoy it. That would be the biggest advice. Enjoy all these postures. Enjoy the sensations. Enjoy all the stretching and feeling your muscles and feeling your body. And then bringing the legs down. Good job, good job. All right, I'd like to go into fish. And with fish, we're going to bring our hands under the buttocks. And we're going to lift that head and back up. This is a nice little back bend coming up onto the forearms. Head can come right down onto the floor. And breathe. Last nice big breath and releasing the breath, releasing the hands, relaxing that neck back down on the floor and coming back to a nice neutral position. Beautiful job, beautiful job. And we're just going to do a few little swiveling of the hips, move those hips around. We're going to go into one last posture before we finish. And that is Spinal Twist, another one of my favorites. Take that right leg straight out, come up onto your right hip, and then take the left leg over to the right hand on the left leg. I get back so you all can see me well. Oh, and then just enjoy that stretch. And then taking that left hand straight out and turning the head 90 degrees, gazing over the left fingertips. Nice twist of the spine. And breathe. Enjoying sensation. Enjoying being in your body. And releasing that leg, bringing it back to neutral. Bringing those hips and the back flat again on the floor so it's neutral. And then we're going to take the left leg straight out. Come up onto the left side a little bit to protect that lower back. And we're going to bend that right knee. Bring the right knee over to the left. Left hand on the right knee. And taking those... your right hand out straight and twisting your head to gaze out over the right fingertips. Feeling that beautiful twist in your spine. Keeping that spine so healthy and so young. And breathe. And releasing the knee, coming back so you're flat on the floor, and taking your time coming up to a seated position. And I just invite you to take this moment now to set an intention for yourself, putting something out into the universe that you want. And state it in the present tense, even if it hasn't come yet, always present tense, because the consciousness is literal and it will create what you say. But if you say it's in the future, it'll create the future. So say it in the positive and in the present. So I just give you this minute to set an intention out into the vibrations of the universe for you. And I just end with an Om. So join me in chanting Om. Let those vibrations move through your body and in your cells, healing and aligning you with your deepest truth. We'll begin. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, peace, and truth. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for coming to Ecstatic Yoga. May you have a beautiful and blessed day. Infinite love and gratitude to you.